Hello, test.
All right, we're testing. I'm going to go ahead and go live here. See who's braving the hot radio rooms tonight. The jingle singers are out on vacation. I'm kind of here in the studio by myself. I saw Charles and Chet were really dressed up tonight, so something is up. Something is up here on the Old Tube Radio Network. Hello, my name is Dennis, Net Control Operator. We'll start the roll call here in moments.
Groovy.
In fact, let's start it right now. Now is as good a time as any. I was just checking to see what the links are up. I think we've got the 2-meter link. Echo link is up tonight, but I think it's going to have to be direct on the node. And, of course, 27085, channel 11, where we now have our gray line skip. It wasn't happening about an hour or so ago, but it is definitely happening now. And let's see. Let me get to the camera over there. Yeah, okay. I had to close the blinds behind me because the sun was so intense coming through the window that was kind of messing things up. So I might be able to open that as it looks like the sun has moved. My name is Dennis. Was just out with all the gang out at table 33 by the pool. Just ran in so we could do the net tonight on roll call. We were looking for SWL 00 John to get us started off here, and I do believe he is there. If you are playing the home game, you should be on 6/11/2022 for June 11th, the Old Tube Radio Network. Real Radio is glowing in the dark. We'll be talking with them and about them shortly after the roll call. And there's the double negative, the 2-for-1. The 2-for-1 coupon lasts for 8 weeks. We are in week number 6 right now. Also going to check in for SWL number 1, SWL number 2 out on the video side. So say hello to Mr. OBP if you stop by the video chat. He said we had some 0 sunspot numbers, which we haven't had for a while. And I think he said today a couple of sunspots rotated into view, so we're up to about 33, which is a good number for. It's a good number for everything. Thank you, Mr. OBP. SWL3, I've got a proxy check in for Rob, Mr. Lone Eagle. Then we head up to SWL7. I'm in a proxy. He may be on the poker roll tonight. We'll get to 7 checked in. Let's go to SWL10. Think we don't have the right type of skip to get Idaho just yet. We're going to have to wait probably another half hour for the sun to completely go down. SWL 13, I will keep an eye out for Mike, who often checks in at oldtuberadio.net, which you can do if you've got the secret to being able to log in and actually check in or make a comment, which is difficult for me to do because it always thinks I'm logged in somewhere else. SWL 16... Charlie is somewhere. He, like I said, he and Chet are dressed up. Where are they? I was going to ask him what that was all about. Like in these tuxedos, and here I am. I don't even have the tie on tonight. I was out by the pool, so something's up. Jingle singers are away tonight. I will get Charles checked in. SWL 17. Breaker, go ahead. All right, 53, you will be checked in. 53 is checked in. Over.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice weekend.
All right, we're having a nice weekend here during the heat wave. I was going to try and do the program out by the pool, but all the cables are not long enough, and I have had bad episodes getting close to the pool. So I'm going to be safe here in the control room air chair tonight. Get a proxy in for Mikey, SWL18, and SWL19, also dressed up in the tux tonight. Where is... Okay, oh, there's Chet. Chet, come here. Okay, tell me what is going on with you guys tonight. Charles and Chet are, okay, Jingles. Yeah, I know the Jingle Singer's gone. And we have, guest. We have a guest jingle. Are there such a thing? Guest Jingle Singers from that other old Tube Radio Network. I've never heard. Which other one is that? I thought there was only one. Well, where are they? Oh, and you guys, that's what they're going to be, the Jingle Singers are so professional that they need a band leader or something. So that's why you guys are dressed up tonight. All right, well, can we do something? Can we test them out? Can we try something right now? Okay, hold on. All right, I'm going to jump out. I didn't get my water. I'll do some stuff. But before that, okay, the guest Jingle Singers tonight, conducted by SWL 16 and 19, Charles and Chet over on the other. I'm fending for myself here in the air chair tonight. So tell me, what are they going to do? They have a special intro. Special intro for the old Tube Radio Network. All right, let me see. Let me make sure they're turned up. They're in a different area. All right, I think I am ready for them. So whenever you wave your baton, here we go. The Jingle Singers, the guest Jingle Singers here tonight on a one-time only here, June 19th. We are listening on the old Tube Radio Network.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar. You can listen with your whole family.
Ah, very nice, very professional. And I'm sure there are some people who are listening in their neighborhood bar tonight. All right, thanks. Yeah, the break channel, go ahead. All right, go back to the cool water. 0650 is checked in amidst all the skip. Thanks. All right, and I like the Jingle Singers. All right. Maybe I can borrow the tux when you're done with it. The old Tube Radio Network, real radio's glowing in the dark. How about SWL 20? Oh, I think Harvey said he might be away from the air chair.
Screaming there again. Number 2 on the Big Island, 556.
I will get 20 checked in. Let me see who's listening in. Let me see. Dallas, Georgia, up in the balcony, just joining us. Everybody's out, so I'm surprised there's anybody in the studios tonight. Hello to Kerman, California, the unknown SWL as always. Inez, Kentucky, thanks for stopping by. Littleton, Colorado, the boys from Squamish down on the mezzanine tonight. See them for some good stuff if you can't make it down to the green room or the pool is a bit crowded. Madison, Wisconsin, is Fresno, California stations listening in because they probably can't hear me because of the skip. Of course, Anoka, Minnesota, and Derby, New York. Who else? Fish Camp, and a host of others here tonight on the old Tube Radio Network. We'll check out the video in who's on the video side in just a minute. I want to see if SWL 21, DD 21, JT, who was on Old Radio Night tonight. And as always, from the Wasama Swamps on the Lafayette SB 140, I believe is what he was on tonight. And coming in on Channel 12, I have some audio. Let me see if I've got, keep that out of there. I should have some audio playback. Here we go. This is earlier on Channel 12, right here in Central California.
I would sure like to send some to Harvey, maybe one day. Come on down and talk some more. Roger, yes, doing a good job. Yeah, I like the way those radios look there. I'm going to run across one day that's not $1 million that come on.
He was talking about a Super MC11. I guess that somebody was checking in on one of those.
2 hours and 30 minutes and 46 seconds to break.
This is Channel 12.
Tell all your friends about it. Old Radio Night comes on at 8 o'clock every Saturday night. And unless somebody's mad at me, which that don't stop anything either. So anyway, we'll be on here if we can. And we're always doing a live show there, Old Radio Night there. Maybe different radios. Just tonight there, Carolina Pirate had his Lafayette on there, and I had mine, so that's why we did it. And Andrew over there in the UK, he's got one just like it, so we did it there for him to kind of check it out too.
Sounds like a local.
Hey, you take it easy, 21.
There it is, Old Radio Night coming in on Channel 12 about 90 minutes ago, sounding good, and we've got you checked in 21. The Old Tube Radio Network, Real Radio's glowing in the dark. Direct-to-net roll call. The radios will be showing up here in just a little bit. Trying to keep it all together and press the right buttons. Looking for SWL22. Shortwave listener 23. And 23 is probably out at some meeting trying to make sure that we can get back up on the Old Tube Radio satellite link. It's a hard thing to do, and you've got to really finesse it. And Mitch is a good guy for doing that. Let's go to SWL 24. SWL 25. There's going to be a quick roll call tonight. SWL, oh, let me turn the page. SWL 27. I'd be super surprised if Dwayne is in Studio G tonight. SWL 28. Let me see who's on the video. Who's watching us? Who's hanging out on the video side tonight? And there's Gary. I was waiting for the delay. I don't know how much delay we have between Fresno, or is it somebody said Fresburg? Fresno and Sacramento. 28's checking in. Just returned from picking up his T123. And the T123B from Harvey. Nice. Driving home from my truck had a nice glow of green. Yeah, okay, we'll be waiting to hear those beaconing through. Waiting to hear those beaconing through on the short skip, the sporadic stuff, which should be happening here soon. And joining us tonight on the video side, Foreman 362. Good to have you on with us tonight, Steve Dodge, as always. Looking good on the screen tonight. Who else? Rusty Rails is in. Saying hello to all from Arkansas. Saying, waving a hand to the Old Tube Radio Network. Saying the skip is rough tonight. Yeah, it is. It just picked up. When I recorded that item from JT, it was just starting to come in. He was one of the first ones to actually come through as the band opened up here. Hello to Low Spec Tech tonight, being radioactive in the air chair. Thank you, Maniac 207. Hearing us from Seattle. Got some popcorn going on and waiting for the pops and the skips. Sean is standing by from Sanger, see if the skip fades away so we can hear the locals in tonight. 133 Operator Ken, looking good on Old Radio Night, and out here on Old Radio Night tonight in foggy Pismo Beach. Well, I don't think we're going to have any backscatter, but listen in. Maybe you'll hear Old Tube Radio on Channel 11. Colo Radio saying good evening to everyone. Crash 350 in, saying hello, radio. Joy L on the board as well. The Old Tube Radio Network, Real Radio's glowing in the dark, coming up.
Yes.
And go ahead, sir.
General MC11A checking in, number 10 and number 30.
All right, boy, that sounds good. Did you check in to 21 tonight? Yeah, I had the recording. I have the recording of him talking back to you.
Yeah, that's what you were.
All right, I couldn't hear you. I can hear you now. Boy, that's got some nice audio, nice, clear, good audio over.
Okay, yeah, I have a feeling conditions are up and down, so I didn't know how good it was going to be. All right, let Harvey know this general is working.
Oh my gosh, S9 that time. It is working and sounding good. You are the strongest thing on the radio right now.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, when I saw Kevin said there was going to be some E-layer stuff, I have it warmed up, so here we are.
All right, 73, this real quick QSB. You are on the archive playback, sounding good. We'll put that one up next week for sure. SWL 10 and SWL 30 checking in live. Good deal.
All right, thanks much, Dennis. 73 is your top shelf, and Spud says hello. Say it again.
I can hear you. When I heard the first high, you were S9. I put the S meter up so you guys can give yourself a radio report. Good audio, just popping in. Don't you love the way they do it? Like a jump rope, just jump in and take a few steps. Thanks, gang. If it works coming up later, we'll chat with you again. And you guys will be radio number 1.
All right, sounds good. We'll be listening. 73s, thanks again.
All right, all the way from Idaho down to Central California, the old Tube Radio Network. Chrissy and Dwayne, SWLs 10 and 30 on the General Radio Telephone Super MC11A, I believe they said it was. All right, I've got to jump out of the air chair for a second. I have to get my water that I left out by the pool. I will be right back. Let me put up the Orban meter, and the old Tube Radio Network will continue here momentarily. I got to catch my breath after that one.
Sounds like a train wreck. Yeah, but your train wreck on this old tube type radio network. Come on.
All right, this is your train wreck frequency back in the air chair. Continuing with the roll call, we're on page 2. If you're following along, we got a proxy check-in for SWL 29, SWL 30 live and direct just moments ago on the old Tube Radio Net replay. SWL 31. I need to do that. Where's my red pen? I'm going to put a red X for 10 and 30 tonight. SWL 32. SWL 33, myself, Bozo Control. The other jingle singers, where's do they have more? I hope they have more jingles than that. But I mean, they're very good. They, I guess you have to dress up in a tuxedo to conduct them. All right, let's go to SWL 34.
Your station, let's right up on the ground plane. Who we got out of here today?
All right, they're playing my song. I heard the call. I heard the call of the mud duck. All right, Tony, I see that the Echo link is not working. I have the page up. I did a test on the Echo Link server, and that was it. But there's some other connection issues going on, so I'll see if there's some other ways to do things. Let's see. SWL's numbers are... Oh, nothing's on the screen. Wait a minute. Hey, there you go. Thanks, Felix. I'm glad. That's the thing. Charlie and Chet are over working with the jingle singer, so I'm sort of on my own tonight. You can see what happens when I don't get help on running this thing. It all goes kaput. So Felix is 3,000 miles away. He's helping out. All right, there's the display. Everything is on. So let's. I'll get a proxy check in for SWL 34 and get myself checked in. I think we get some stipend for the amount of check-ins. So if I forget to write an X, we lose a couple of cents in the OTR pot. Let's go to SWL 35. And the Cheyenne, Wyoming station, we like to call Red Monkey Communications, often checks in over at oldtuberadio.net. So I got to scroll down and see if Mr. Bill is there from Cowboy Country. About an hour ago, actually. Checking in. Got you in, Bill. See the Albert and the Squamish boys checking in as well. Over to SWL 36. SWL 37. I guarantee you, nobody wants to be in the radio room tonight. It's just too warm. It's actually cooling off. You can see there's a bit of a breeze going on. Of course, it's like an oven inferno breeze, but it should cool off a little bit later tonight when the sun goes down. We didn't get as hot as places in Arizona, though. I think they had 112. We probably had 102 today, maybe. SWL 38. And why can't we all be in Pismo Beach, where it's foggy? That's the thing. When it's 100 degrees here in the Central Valley, it's usually foggy on the coast. All right, nothing from Sam out there in Byron. How about SWL 39? And listen to that. And here the skip has sort of died out. It was big in, getting some sporadic, and it went away. But my guess is it's going to be coming right back. Over to SWL 40. SWL 41, Road Dog 507, right there checking in from the Hudson Valley CB Radio Club at the Hudson Valley, New York. Good evening to everyone, and good evening right back. SWL 42. Yeah, I'll need 133. I'll need the suit, the tie, the long sleeves, and the jacket when I do the visitation. SWL 43 got a proxy check-in, early check-in. Got a proxy for SWL 44. See if we can make it up the hill. It's still noisy. Hello, Paul from the Old Tube Radio Network. 45 over.
You can hear me. 45. Here I am, 45.
All right, I hear you. No problem coming in tonight. We'll see what happens in a few minutes. Oh, there's Sam. Yeah, I was listening. We're having the sporadic was probably 1,200 to 1,000 miles. All we need is that 200 to 300 mile skip for you. But keep on trying. Interesting things can happen here in propagation. SWL 46.
46. Good evening, Dennis.
And good evening to you. Hope you can stay cool. Thanks for joining the Old Tube Radio Network.
Thank you, sir.
And 007 Extreme CB, Breaker 19, or 11 or something like that, 007. Out in the RV listening in tonight, watching the video. Over to SWL 47.
Good evening, OTR and all the other SWLs. Greetings from the Radio Lounge, where we have the smell of delightful vacuum tubes and lots of chlorine coming off of everyone's skin. This is SWL 47.
All right, sounding good. Yeah, I was by the OTR pool, but I did not get close enough to jump or get pushed in. So I'm doing okay. You're sounding good. Keep up the good work, and we might hear from you a little later when everybody has what they are supposed to get.
Thank you, sir. Count on it.
Tracy saying 105 in Friant. I don't know if it got that warm here in the valley or not. You guys might have got a little warm breeze through all the weeds. Yeah, this summer is going to be interesting. SWL 48. Shortwave listener 49. SWL 50. SWL 51. I don't think I saw Dave checking in earlier. Sometimes he will check in on the scroll down roll call. I know Kenny was in. I know I could get to SWL 69, and Tony from South Carolina is also in on the board, so I'll make sure we get there. Oh, there's DD21. I missed your check-in. Thanks, everyone, for a wonderful old radio night. 10 and 30 were sounding great. I need to rest now. I'll be listening from the horizontal side. They should get some special award. Not only do they check in on old radio night, old tube radio night, on the same radio within hours. They must have the best location ever up there. No doubt it's a combination of that, combination of great radios, and of course, you can't go wrong with two cool operators, Dwayne and Chrissy, knowing how to modulate the microphoniums. So I will get 51 proxied in. SWL 52. And I say to Echo 148 from, where are you at? Sheridan, Arkansas, checking in, looking good. On the Echo. Let's go to SWL 53. Bob checked in earlier. Page 3, we've got Mr. Boardjammer 54 checked in, SWL 55. The guy in Hawaii coming in. SWL 56.
Good evening, Dennis and the net. 56, just for kicks.
All right, 20 over. Nobody is going to beat that signal tonight, I don't think. Even Skipland. Sounding good. Do I have the map up? Let's see. Yeah, I do. Where's am I even on there? There we are. I'm not even on there. What happened? Did my radio? Oh, something's not right. My radio is turned off. I wonder if it thermaled out. Okay, I got to check something here. You are sounding good. Don't worry, Phil. You are doing good, but I just noticed my other radio is turned off, so I'm going to jump out and check something here. I wonder if it got so hot in here something blew up. I don't know. I'll be right back. The Old Tube Radio Network.
I'm doing my
All right, well, I don't know what happened. Oh, there it is. It just shut itself off. The crossband radio took a while. It just came back up. I had to remember which button to press. It turned the thing on. It hasn't been off for so long, I don't know. KUB6 GFD. All right, well, the crossband radio is back. Other weird things may have happened. We're directed net roll call looking for SWL 57. Yeah, well, no, I didn't, Steve, I didn't have to whack it on top. I was gentle with this one. This is a new expensive radio. That's what you do with the old tube radio network, the old tube radio stuff. So, yeah, I finessed that one back in. We'll see how long it'll stay in there. Let me make sure I didn't miss Brown Dog as I was jumping in and out of the chair. I don't think so. All right. SWL 58. We'll get Jeremy checked in. I have been so busy, I haven't been checking in on the Wednesday night nets. I haven't made the Friday night nets, and I feel like I don't know what's going on, mainly because I don't. SWL 59, Uncle Hairball. I thought I saw you. I saw you on old radio night. And there he is, checking in. All right, I see you. The Iron Man waving a hand from the boonies of South Kakalaki. Well, I guess if you're in South Kakalaki, you would definitely be on old radio night. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump. But here on the old Tube Radio Network, got to add a little extra fire to the wire. Let's go over to SWL 60.
Thank you much, here, Dennis. We'll try to get over it the best we can here. I know the skip's pretty rough. Say evening time to all the fellas out there, the SWLs. SWL 60, Dennis, checking in.
All right, sounding good. Yeah, the skip has sort of died down a little bit. It's been the Hawaii wasn't that loud. You know, the loudest station coming in tonight on skip was Dwayne and Chrissy. I kid you not, for all the stations coming in. And of course, 2 hours ago, DD20 went down there on channel 12 talking to Dwayne and Chrissy. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you much, Dennis.
And there's Brown Dog Audio 57. I see you. I'll get the X in the official X in the square. All right, I think somebody was standing by for an old Tube Radio Network check-in. Hello, 61. 61. All right, well, this is, just to reiterate, this is the old Tube Radio Network. Real radio's glowing in the dark. We're in the directed net roll call. We are in Central California, Channel 11. We are streaming live audio at oldtuberadio.net, where there's a link to a live video also going on. This is something we have been doing, not the streaming, but the net itself, for well over 35 years on this channel, with the hopes of talking to, and promoting the use and distributing information about the classic old tube radios created for the Class D citizen radio service from 1958 to about 1978, and everything in between. And before that, if you want to check in, my name is Dennis, and we're on the roll call looking for SWL 62. SWL 63. Butterbean was on the old radio night tonight out there in North Georgia. I will get Butterbean checked in. SWL 64.
How's that right there?
SWL 65.
469 Bad Whiskey, Northwest corner of Oregon, reading the mail.
SWL 66. So here comes that E-skip, that sporadic that Kevin was talking about on the map. The sporadic that earlier brought us Idaho, you just never know, the old Tube Radio Network, looking for SWL 66.
Good check-in there in California. We're on the side.
And who was that checking into California? Over. SWL 67. If you're hearing me tonight up there in Canby, Bill, we got you checked in. 67, Bill, checking you in.
Boy, Daddy, it's motor mouth on the old Viking I got from you.
That's awesome, man. I'm on the 223 right now.
All right, so we got a couple of tube radios out there listening. We'll get them checked in.
I'm waiting for him to do the stuff here.
And Joe, they said they heard you in Idaho coming across when you checked in Q5. Let's go to SWL 68.
Radio network. He's making fun of it.
Well, there's an old tube radio network for everybody, man. I tell you what. There's a tube radio network for everyone out there. But you gotta be part of that tube network. You don't got them tubes, then you're not part of that network. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not gonna throw down and get some tubes, well, then you just gotta keep it separate.
I don't know about that. That's why we have the SWL check-in. You don't need to have tubes to join in the old Tube Radio Network. It was never been like that. It's always kind of the show, though. The show, if you will, is the tube radios, and that's why we put them at the end of the net and make sure that they are promoted the way they should be. Let's try SWL 68. SWL 69, Kenny in Tulsa, stopping by the video earlier, saying hello from Tulsa. Kenny, if you're watching or listening, hello right back.
Low switch, and I got it all set up here with this 300A. This 300A is kicking ass.
SWL 70.
Yeah, we built quite a few of them and own quite a few of them. Good amp.
70's got a new location. Are you listening, Mark, from the old Tube Radio Network? Probably got a little too much noise up there tonight.
This thing is good.
Let's go up to the balcony. Dallas, Georgia, SWL 71. Stan is in listening. Saying hello radio. And he was in, I think he was in on the video side tonight.
I was trying to get at that Dr. Bones in the Magnolia. But I don't know where he's at. The Dr. Bones in the Magnolia. Is he out here?
All right, Stan, I saw you in there, but I think it... there you go. It didn't scroll by. Just got to look at the right spot. Got you in 71.
West.
And I can hear the Viking 2 station. I'm not sure if they're listening to the old Tube Radio Network here. The Viking 2, the 223, sounding good in Central California, over. Looking for SWL 72. SWL 73.
Good enough. I got all this glass warmed up, waiting to check in. We're standing by.
All right, the glass is sounding good. Take a transmission, over. It's going to be interesting tonight. We'll have multiple check-ins simultaneously and at the same time. Got a check-in for SWL 74, SWL 75. Yeah, it's that skip that nobody is king of the hill. You just kind of float in for a transmission, and then somebody else takes over. It's sort of like 6 meters tonight. SWL 76. The other thing is I don't have quite the finesse that Dirty Diaper has. JT, when he's a good fisherman. When he grabs a station, he reels it in and gets 1 or 2 transmissions out, and then the next one comes right up. If you listen to Old Radio Night, you will hear that. So I'll take some lessons. I'm going to watch his videos. I'm going to watch JT's videos to find out how to shoot skip. SWL 77. SWL 78. SWL 79.
That's right. One. We'll get this mic just right.
I think that mic sounds great. I think...
SWL 80.
What it's doing is dropping hammers up here in that northwest corner. Come on with it.
Got this Silver Eagle on this old 59 Johnson Viking Messenger 1, and we're standing by.
All right, I can hear the Johnson Viking Messenger 1, 1959, 1960, their first radio.
Roger that. 58 was the first Messenger 1. It was a 6-volt. This is a 12-volt. 1959. Roger?
Roger. Back when there were 6-volt cars, you had to have 3 different versions of the radio, and it was a good workhorse. You could probably drop that thing out of the car, and it would still work over.
From 1959. Appreciate that.
All right, sounding good here on the Old Tube Radio Network, doing the roll call, but the skip is happening, so thanks for bringing by the Johnson Messenger, the Viking.
Heard this old tube radio 59 Johnson Viking Messenger 1. They call me Motormouth, Evergreen, State of Washington. I appreciate the comeback. We're standing by.
All right, thanks, Motormouth, for stopping by the Old Tube Radio Network tonight. We're streaming live on your Universal Media Net web at oldtuberadio.net. There's also a video version going on as we speak. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll get you logged in on the Viking.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm listening to your network. I've been listening to it. This is the first time I got to talk to you. I've been waiting for the DX to do it live. And I'm sorry if I didn't get in and check in at the appropriate time, but I'll get on your website and figure it out next time. Yeah, 747, Brad.
All right, sounding good. What is the name? What's the name with the Viking Messenger? Over.
My name is Bruce. I'm in the state of Centralia, Washington. My handle is Motormouth. Mini Mall, Motormouth, Washington State. You have a good day.
Okay, yeah, there's a Motormouth here in Central California. The mall, the mini mall, sounding good on the Johnson Viking. We'll get you logged in for the radios tonight. Thanks for stopping by. All right, and interesting things tonight. You just never know. Let's see what's going on over in the land of Bob and Steve, where I think they also have some crazy skip land going on.
27.085 OTR, Channel 11.
Episode 119, the Old Tube Radio Network. Bob and Steve helping us out. Don't forget, Flag Day is Tuesday. Father's Day is coming up tomorrow, I believe. The Jingle Singers will be singing old songs around the pool just after the net. Well, you know what happened? Nobody knew they were on vacation. So these new Jingle Singers, very, very fancy. We should be hearing some more from them. I have been promised by the Tuxedo guys that they will be out and about during Tube Radio time, so we'll see what happens. But the flags are already up around the QTH here at the bar at the carport, looking good. On the grills tonight, hot dogs, hamburgers with French fries, and egg salad with ice-cold watermelon. I'll be there for the watermelon, that's for sure. The iced tea and beer are on Bob and Steve. I've got some iced tea right here, maybe beer after the net tonight. And there is some fruit punch that has a little kick. And a little kick goes a long way when it's 95 degrees. I think that's why so many people are laying low tonight. As they say somewhere around the ranch here, don't forget to feed the fish. Thank you, Bob and Steve.
27.085 OTR, Channel 11.
Wow, there's a lot of skip out there today.
All right, get through the roll call here, and then we'll have the free-for-all for everyone to check in if the band stays open. SWL 80. Got a check-in for SWL 81, SWL 82.
82 checking in from the Ditch Banks of Iowa, and 61 Copenhagen kid, he was out there trying to check in also.
Okay, usually I can hear him. He does a good job, so I wasn't listening when he was out there. 82, sounding good. I have been busy doing items the last couple of Saturdays and Wednesdays, so I've missed all the nets, so I've been missing the fun. Has it been similar to what we're hearing tonight on the Friday net, where we're getting a lot of DX?
No problem, Dennis. Take care, and we're going to try to hang out there. I got 2, possibly 3 radios to check in, so we will catch you in a few.
All right, sounds good. I think the conditions will hold up for us, so we'll look for you then. Thanks. Over to SWL 83. SWL 84, we'll get 84 checked in along with 86, 87, and 88. That's the Mountain Maid, Tandy Girl, and the Snowy Owl. Heard 84 on the 40-meter net earlier this week. Sounding good on the Swan. Over to SWL 89. SWL 90. SWL 91. And I know Felix is out there. He is, in fact, he is up in front here tonight, helping out, as Charlie and Chet are with the Jingle Singers tonight. So, Felix, thanks for your help tonight and jumping in to the to the floor director spot on the old Tube Radio Network. He's just beyond. Let me change the camera back to where it should be here. He's pointing. That's why you were pointing. Okay. He was giving me. He's good. Give me the sign. So like, flip the camera. All right, we're back for the studio. You can see that. Where is it? That 91 is checked in way over there. We are back, and things are good.
Breaker.
And the breaker. Go ahead.
SWL 37 checking in. Got busy watching a movie. You know how that goes. It's that weekend, so I'm checking in, and I will be back in a little while for the radio.
All right, we'll get you checked in. There's all sorts of e-skip and things going on tonight. It should be interesting. We've already had Dwayne and Christy check in. And you know what they checked in? They checked in an Super MC11A. They checked it in here, and they also checked it in on Old Radio Night. So the general radio telephones are already on the board.
Now, wait a minute. They did it live from there to here?
They did it live from there to here, from here to there, and they were basically the loudest skip station on the band.
Well, that is good to hear. I hope they hear. I'll be checking my general radio telephone in just a short bit.
Okay, yeah, theirs was sounding nice. Those, you can't beat beautiful downtown Burbank. All right, back to your stuff, and we'll catch you in a little bit. Let me say hello to Eric D. Listening in. I guess if you watched the video, you could crank it back up and see what was going on. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Old Tube Radio Network. Let's see who else. Let's start with SWL. Where's my list? 92. Shortwave listener 93. SWL 95. That would, of course, be Warthog 95. SWL 96, got a note from Dennis to check him in. He was listening, but the skip, as always, is pretty nasty when you get about 10 miles away. You know, maybe I get more skip if I would dress up with a pocket protector. I don't know. We'll see that. Being out of uniform tonight, out by the pool, enjoying things, and ran back in here. Let's go to SWL, let's see, 96 is in, SWL 97, Jim out there in or near Boston somewhere. There he is, Jim is in right now, SWL 97. Thanks for joining us tonight. I learned on my trip to Boston, which has been about 6 years ago, I learned all about bricks, about how to tell by the brick pattern, whether you're looking at an 18th century or a 19th century or a 17th century building, just by the way that they had the bricks laid. Interesting stuff. Let's go over to, SWL 98 Tracy, where it's 105 in Friant. I've been remiss on listening into the other nets, the sideband nets, to see how well I can hear you with whatever antenna you've got, but I will get you checked in now, 98. Let's go to SWL 100. And that's Tony, who is in and was going to try and get in on Echolink, but for some reason the link ain't linked. Or I probably gave the wrong link, but McClellanville, South Carolina, where the skip was coming about 5 o'clock this afternoon. South Carolina was roaring in here. Then we head over to, it's 2 for 1 time, SWL 102, Scranton, Arkansas. John will be checking in yet again. And there he is, saying it's sounding good. Well, I'm glad something is sounding good here. Looking out the window, it looks like everything is happening out there. The sun's gone down. We're past the gray. Actually, there's still some brightness in the sky. Still in our gray line, so I'm not sure what will happen by the end of the program here. Let's head over to SWL 103. And might hear, this station might hear me as the skip is dying out. SWL 109.
Good evening, Dennis. Crawdad 109 checking in.
All right, and with that big signal, probably woke up the southwest, the northwest, and the southeast corner up there in Washington, Oregon. Sounding good, Mr. Crawdad. Thanks for checking in.
All right, thank you, Dennis.
Right, good audio on that station. Let's go over to SWL 110. Crossband is still up. SWL 111. Maybe that's why I didn't hear Robert. He said he tried on the crossband, but I think it was up at that time. Robert, if you're listening out there in Reedley, we got you checked in.
All righty then. Check.
And saying hello to the old tube radio operators and the shortwave listeners and beyond on the Universal Media Netweb. One of the big stations. I was like when the radio celebrities stopped by the old tube radio network. Big Rich 6520. Thanks for joining us tonight on OTR. Let's head over to SWL 113. SWL 114.
114 checking in.
All right, making it through the skip. Sounding good as always. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you for the check-in.
Let's go to SWL 131.
131 right here.
All right, Mr. Rude, we got you. No problem. I got you checked in.
All right, thanks, Dennis.
All right, then let me back up to, let's see, I did this wrong. I pressed 131. I pressed 128 and checked in 131. So now let me press 128 and actually check in 128. John, who is actually out there listening. And I haven't been doing much radio, so I have no idea what the other bands are up to, what kind of contests are up. But Cycle 25, boy, those extra little 3 sunspots are lighting things up. I got you in, John, out there in Fairfax, Virginia. Thanks for listening. Over to shortwave listener 133.
I think there was a break out there somewhere, Dennis.
And 133, I hear you, Dave. You are checked in, over. All right, and let me listen. I'm trying to go through the roll call here, but I might be going too fast. The Old Tube Radio Network, Central California, listening, over.
Yes, it was SWL 40.
Okay, you know what? I probably transmitted simultaneously and at the same time, but you are sounding very good over.
Yeah. Well, I'm struggling to stay awake. This crazy COVID thing is really putting me asleep. But I'll just stare at your shirt, and that might wake me up. You know, the bright light coming off of that shirt there. Over.
Yeah, this is the official. Thanks for mentioning that. This is the official shirt, thanks to Bob and Steve, that the network controller wears, and it even so I know it is. Even's got my name, my SWL number, and a little tribute to OTR, and then I have the. But like I said, I was out just before the net. I was out poolside and just kind of ran in, and here I am, kind of out of uniform, and then Charles and Chet are all dressed up in tuxedos because we have guest jingle singers in here tonight that I think are going to be coming up to the microphoniums here soon when we start the radio. But the white definitely shows up, for those on the video, it shows up the special effects lighting over on the side here, so that's good. So, yeah, that's the first thing in video. You never wear you never wear white. All right, thanks, and I'm glad to be keeping you awake, and if I think what I'm thinking, then just stay well and do whatever you're supposed to do. Little Tube Radio Network, directed net roll call. We stopped there, so the next thing we're going to do is SWL 135.
Hello, SWL 135. If this thing is still working, I haven't got any audio on the internet feed. It says off the air, and there's no audio, but I guess the YouTube's working, eh?
Yeah, you know what? I just checked the tube. So what's up with, I had some power hit or something. Hold on, I'll restart it. I've got to go over here to make sure I do this right. So we are on the, that is totally messed up. All right, let's go to there, and let's go to there. And the tube should be coming up. And then when I bring it up, I got to reset a whole bunch of stuff. So let me see if it's happening. But the audio feed should be coming. Maybe that's why I'm not getting anything. And then when I bring it up, I got to reset a whole bunch of stuff. So let me see what happens when I do the audio feed. So the first thing I have to do should be coming. Maybe that's why I'm not getting anything. And this is why I do this before the program. A whole bunch of stuff. So let me see what happens when I do the audio feed. Because this is what has to be done before the program. Now we go to here. I know it's pretty good before the program. Phew. All right. Isn't that better?
Sure. Yeah, that's better.
All right. Well, that's why these are the things I have to do before the program, because it is way more complicated than one might think, and to get this stuff on the air and on video. It makes sense why it's so much easier to be on the old tube radio side where you just have to key the microphone in. All right, thanks for that. You are now glowing. And I am now glowing. Thanks. And I have no idea. I think I took a power hit here because the crossband was off, but we are up. My apologies to that, and that means there'll be a bifurcated archive stream. But good deal. We want to hear the old tube radio network wherever. All right, thank you, Cliff, and we'll catch you on the tube side.
P6BOS.
Let's go to SWL 137. .173 Pressman listening in. Let's go up to Tony, who did check in earlier, and I don't know if he's still listening, but he sounded really good. SWL 145.
I'll see you. Maybe I'll catch you another time. 173 Pressman, Seatown. I'm over here just north of Seatown there. 173 Pressman.
All right. So I'm not sure where Seatown is. That could be Centerville, but that's our Seatown. Speaking of check-ins, I was going to, and I know Neil stopped by a little bit earlier. SWL 147.
In Southern California, California, but not too good. 170.
Yeah, Kakalaki is in the house listening in tonight. And I saw your post. It comes in, but then you know what? It scrolls away. I will find it, and when I do, I will reiterate the items of interest therein. Let's go to SWL 188. And Bobby may be holding down the fort somewhere because the skip is still in. When you've got a big station like that, you've got to make sure that you are keeping the Central Valley online and posted. Let's, while I get a hole in the skip, let me head up to Course Gold for SWL 195.
195, check it in, Dennis. You sound good.
All right, sounding good through the skip. No problem at all. Course Gold Starliner 195. I got you checked in. I will also go up the band a bit to SWL 78. Richard is in. I was scrolling my list up and down to find a few things, and I couldn't miss the CQDX of 78 from Wild Will DeMar and Beyond. So you are officially, I think you're up in my, do I have the, yes I do. I've got 78 up in the box, so looking good. Then let's go to SWL 226. All right, do I seem a little out of sorts tonight? That's what happens when you don't dress the part. I was enjoying myself out at the pool. We will find out about the temporary new jingle singers taken in a special here just tonight. They arrived in the limo. Charlie and Chet are dressed up to do the conducting or whatever is necessary to get them on the air, and we will be back with the tube radios in a minute or two as things cool down here in the Central Valley of California. The old Tube Radio Network back in a bit.
Big shot, they call me B.I.G. Shot. Hello, Bumblebee, Mr. Big Shot in Honolulu, getting down.
Hey, Big Shot, Honolulu. Hey, Big Shot, sounding good around the Carolina. I want to say good evening to you. Big Shot around Honolulu. Big Shot, Bumblebee, Big Shot, happy Father's Day. Carolina, bye.
Right back, no doubt about it, Bumblebee. Happy Father's Day. Something good coming up in here. Big in Bumblebee. They call me Big Shot. I'm in the kingdom of Hawaii. I'm rocking on.
Boy, it is definitely noisy out there. I wish I could reach out and touch somebody like they do. I could reach out and touch somebody like they do.
This is my radio. Hello, Wrecking Ball. Hey, Wrecking Ball. Hey, Bumblebee, I do it just like you, no doubt about it. You got that thing down up in here. Bumblebee, big here on the Carolina. Big shot, I'm in the
Woo-hoo! Everybody, bumblebees out that way.
So is that the Bumblebee frequency?
It's so hot, I think I'm inside an old tube radio.
It was nice and cool over here though last night. Still is today too.
Is that old Chris up there?
Yeah, I'm not up there, but I'm out here.
Roger, roger.
I was waiting for Dennis to get back so I can check this in real quick, and I'm going to jump in the rain locker, then I'll come back and do another one.
Well, the skip is kind of wiping you out there.
You're kidding. I'm getting wiped out? Man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, we'll try it this way. Hello, radio.
Well, that's better. Here, let me do the same thing.
Yeah, we got a little help.
There. Yeah, that might be better there too, huh?
Yeah, I'd say so. Thundercat, old Jenkins State Farm in Carolinas, we're trying.
I twisted my knob a little bit.
You twisted your what?
Oh.
I only got switches.
All right, I am back in the air chair. Are we still there? Over?
Yes, you are, Dennis. You're there loud and good.
Okay, a lot going on in the studios tonight, so I had to kind of run around and check on some stuff, but I am back. The jingle singers are away, but I am told, and I am being told that the new jingle singers are wanting to do the intro, the open to the Old Tube Radio. So here we go. I think they're ready to go. The Old Tube Radio Network getting ready to check in here.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar. You can listen with your whole family.
And we hope you are listening with your whole family. Maybe if they're in the neighborhood bar, who knows? Hopefully they're around the tube radios tonight. We would like to check in a few. We have already got a couple checked in. Radio 1 tonight during the roll call with Chrissy and Dwayne at the microphonium of the General Radio Telephone Super MC11A. It's on the replay, on the SWL replay. It's on the beginning of the video if you're watching the replay. And then a little bit later from Washington, I believe, the Motor Mouth out there in Washington, Bruce on the E.F. Johnson Viking Messenger, the whiteface from 1959, sounding good. So band is good for your radio check-ins tonight, and that's a good thing. The old tube radio. Thank you for the jingle singers, by the way. You guys are doing a good job. They're Charlie and Chet are all dressed up in their tuxedos with I don't know what you call it, whatever that baton thing is. Our jingle singers ready to go, filling in for ours who have they're on vacation, I guess. I don't know where they're at, but I'm glad the new people are here. They're doing pretty good. All right, standing by for your radio check-ins.
37 trying to check in, over.
All right, I can get you 37, over.
All right, well, I had to get some help in here. They're pretty loud out there. So anyway, SWL 37 here. Wanted to check in our general radio telephone, the Super MC11A, the 24-channel tuber that glows in the dark with the original handheld microphone.
Okay, well, you know, it sounds different, and I didn't recognize it. Sounds a little bit different. So I thought, well, you're on some other radio. But the general radio telephone is doing good. Maybe it's being heard up there in Idaho. I don't know where the skip is right now. Let me bring a picture, and that'll serve for both check-ins. There we go. Take another transmission.
All right, well, that's without it, Dennis. You're probably used to that one there more anyway. So anyway, that's normal. That's without the help, but it seemed pretty loud out there, so I figured I'd jump this in. Over.
Oh, yeah. No, it's doing good. It's a little bit cleaner that way, but definitely have to have a big signal on the other side. General Super MC11A, general radio telephone with 9 tubes to make all that audio, ECLL 800, and get the proper 12AX7A, and you can probably scream just like that one is doing. Back to you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I turned that all off, so you said it didn't make a difference, so anyway, we're back to normal. Hopefully it's getting out fine like it was out there with Christy and them, over.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll guarantee it makes a difference probably if you're far out, but close in, the audio is definitely nice and smooth all by its lonesome.
I for that, I understand that there, but Larry said he couldn't hear me too good. He said Skip was wiping me out.
You know, maybe he has one of those Skipland antennas.
Okay, well, I'm going to get out of here. I need to jump in the rain locker, and you get some more radios in there.
I will do that. Skip is still in. We got some radios locally. Your radio number 3 on the general radio telephone. And it looks like we got a crossband check-in.
All right, I'll get back in a little bit with the other radio.
KB6GFD, I hear you coming in. Over.
Over. I should make it home. I'm back in town.
135.
Thank you, Dennis. W6OTR.
All right, sounding good. We'll catch you in a little bit. KB6GFD. And I hear you, Cliff. I was talking to Harvey on the crossband, getting him checked in. And I don't know if he's listening in on his phone or not.
the other direction. KJ6GYO, W6OTR.
All right, let me turn them down. All right, as you can hear, Harvey's on the crossband. Let me get this back in there. Radio 3, the general radio telephone, Super MC11A. Thank you, Chris. And go ahead on the check-in for Cliff.
Hopefully this will get through. SWL 135 here on radio. Out here in the CB Cabana, where the breezes are nice and cool, on a radio from Laconia, New Hampshire, because that's where they have the hamsters. I hope this mic is good. This is the Golden Eagle D104 microphone, which hopefully has enough high end to get through all this. Let's see, 14 tubes at all 23 channels, both transmit and receive. Separate transmitter and receiver. Back to you.
All right, very good. You know, I missed which Browning that you are on. Over.
Did I manage to say everything except what this was? Gosh, no, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, from Laconia, New Hampshire. This is the Browning Golden Eagle R68T68. The Golden Eagle, the original Golden Eagle. Well, maybe not the original because this is the what do they call it? Not season 2. Oh gosh darn it! What is it? It's the second run of these things, I guess.
Yeah, there's a version 1 and version 2. I'm bringing up the brochure, which is a good picture, 1967 and 1968. Still fairly affordable after the Eagle. These were just a little bit more expensive, I think. Not much more, at $395. The Browning Eagle Series 2 transmitter had the lighted on the air light rather than the spotlight on the Series 1. Some receivers have a variable RF gain. Well, there's something. Does your RF gain rotate?
Negative. This has the 3-position RF gain as distant, local, and normal. Normal's in the middle, which is where I leave it. If I put it on distance, the meter on the receiver doesn't work. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be, but that's the way this one is. Series 2, that's what I was trying to think of. Series 2. Back to you.
Okay, and I guess that's variable, right? I mean, if no RF gain would be nothing, so that is a variable RF gain, selectable. I know they went to the super variable on the next couple of items of interest. It sounds good in reference to your audio. I think it's got plenty of Bob Heil would say articulative punch. I need some articulative punch right now. The water is going bad around here. Looking good on the radio testing item of interest. Back to you. See if it's still working.
Yeah, articulative punch. I got to get me a glass of that stuff myself to wet the whistle. That sounds pretty good. Okay. Let's see. I'd like to check this in later if the skip goes down. I've got the original microphone, the banana mic here, but this might not be a good time to try to use that one.
Well, you are above and beyond all the skips, so there's no problem there. If you want to try and switch out, we've got time to do that, but that one is definitely sounding good.
Yeah, it's working. I thought I'd put something heavy on this to try to break through all this mess. Like you were saying earlier, there wasn't much going on out here, and then all of a sudden it came roaring in. That's just the magic of the skip, I suppose.
Yeah, it's almost like 6 meter would be, where you get those little clouds of sporadicness that show up and somebody's 20 over for 5 minutes and then they're gone and somebody else is in their place. Right now, you're in our place, Radio 4, the Browning Golden Eagle R68 T68. This was 67 to 68, 12 months, 18 months prior to the Mark II and after the original Eagle, as CB was really catching on. And I remember hearing a lot of these radios out there. It was a lot of money to spend, but well worth it because they were well built, and there still are a lot of them around.
Yeah, okay, this is the banana mic now. I want to try to check this in, see if it's doing anything. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and definitely not quite the high-frequency response. It's a little more mellow. I think you're right in conditions, although I hear you just fine, but for conditions tonight, the other microphone is the winner, I think.
Yeah, but I can't whip the other one around like this one. It's a lot of fun doing the Browning squeal there. Anyway, well, we'll let the channel roll. I think I got everything out about this one. It's I was trying to do these in order. Last week I did the Eagle. This week I'm doing the Golden Eagle, and next week I'll probably try to get in the Mark III Skip Willing.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So, sounding good. Hello to Cornbread tuning in, saying that OTR wants radios that sound good. that don't have good taste. Well, we'll take good taste from the operators, but the radios do have to sound good, or not. We'll check them in anyway.
Well, thanks for letting me check it in, and we'll catch you later.
Okay, and the microphone you're on now, tell us again.
Yeah, this is the original Browning banana type microphone because I don't know any other designation for it. It's got the little Browning BL logo in the lower right-hand corner of the rectangular opening for the microphone here. I don't know what else you call it. It's a light brown and dark brown. It's handheld. I'm sure you have a picture of it around somewhere, maybe not of this one, but of these original kind of microphones. No coily on the cord. It's a straight brown cord. And it is, oh yeah, that's important. This is not amplified. The previous mic was an amplified Golden Eagle D104, but this one has no amplification except for me using the Harvey Range Boost. Hello.
All right, well, definitely like the Harvey Range Boost, and yeah, that one's a little bit easier to do the ping thing. Doesn't quite have the articulation of the other microphone, but I know it is fun to use. Sounding good, radio number 4, the Browning Golden Eagle R68 T68. Definitely sounding good.
Yeah, okay, back to the Golden Eagle for one last transmission. Thanks for letting me check it in, and we'll catch you next time.
Sounding good. And the Jingle Singers are here. What do they have to say?
Thanks for stopping by.
I agree. Thanks for stopping by. And you are listening to the Old Tube Radio Network. As such that it is tonight. Yeah, trying to make the... Got the Jingle Singers. What else they've got? Okay, here's got another one. Here we go.
We really hate singing jingles.
Where did you get those? Those are great.
These are the Jingle Singers. Our regular Jingle Singers, of course, they do get vacation time. And 2 of our SWLs, I don't know if they've contacted them. They came in on a limousine tonight. They're all... dressed up with their tuxedos, and so this is our replacement tonight. It sounds like they're from the big time. Anyway, we are looking for radio number 5.
Number 5.
All right, number 5, and I think that's Joe. The radio was kind of warming up there, but take another transmission, over.
Yeah. I don't know, we kind of backed off on that a little bit. But yeah, Dennis, doggone it, this is Johnson Messenger Blackface 2 on a Lollipop D104. This particular unit, 10 tubes, 10 channels, and I think that about does her.
Okay, let me find the Rolodex here. Yeah, I remember that. That is the radio. Occasionally, it will. It takes a little while to warm up on that first transmission, and then once you do it the first time, then it is good to go. So you can probably go back to your original configuration. I've got a shot of the Messenger too. You know, as radios go, it's kind of a plain radio. I mean, there's not a lot of knobs and dials and buttons, but it's functional, and it's, you know, what they say, it's what's inside that counts, and that radio's definitely got it, over.
Yeah, Roger D. Doggone it, well, we just been having a heck of a time here with all these coaxes. You know, after tonight, boy, I got to get busy here and get me some fresh coaxes and get rid of these old ones. I had to switch one out. Doggone it, I thought it was the radio. It was the coax. But anyway, we're bringing it to you with what we got hooked up.
It is sounding good, not bad at all here on the Old Tube Radio Network. Like the Brownings, the Johnson Messenger, the Messenger 2, the 223, all throughout the 60s were, if you were in, any of us over in CB, it was really likely that you would be talking on or talking to someone at some time that either have a Johnson or a Browning radio. And again, very well built. Johnson, of course, building amateur radio products. Browning building their own radios and other things like that. So these were companies that weren't just jumping into the CB radio market to saying, oh, it's a fad. And they were really bringing their knowledge from prior experiences and prior radios to make some very, very good quality products, which are displayed here in the 21st century. Sounding good. I'm marking it down for radio number 5.
Oh, thank you much, Dennis. Appreciate it. Letting us check this one in, and I think I smell another one cooking. Of course, there are a lot of things cooking.
Very good, TR.
Yes, thank you much, and we'll let the old channel rock.
All right, sounding good here on the Old Tube Radio Network with Radio 5, the E.F. Johnson Messenger TWO.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Okay, but he'll be back. No problem. Sounding good. Let's go to, there was a breaking station, I think maybe on a Browning. Who is the breaking station for OTR?
82 on the Browning.
All right, it could be a Browning kind of evening tonight. I was thinking it might be general radio telephone when we got Dwayne and Chrissy checking in there on the skip. You are radio number 6. I'll mark you in at 9:32. And doggone it, it's been a while since we heard the Browning over.
Yeah, I got a couple of them I try to fire up here tonight. I got an old Courier, and I want to try a 101 EX Yaesu also. I know it's not 100% too, but anyway, I got to try it. I got it going. But this one here is the Browning Eagle transmitter is the S23, and the receiver, I believe, is the R27. And it's on a non-amplified D104.
All right, the R27 S23, the first Browning to have the Eagle name. It had the silhouette of the eagle. There's a great picture of it right there. That is, if you're looking at the video, the little silhouette sideways of the eagle head was on the front of the radio somewhere. Still had the large receiver with the half-side transmitter. It says, "My name is Browning Eagle, and I've got a secret." It says, if you would like to belong to the world's most exclusive CB radio club, just write to us and we'll send a complete detail and a free copy of our latest catalog. Recently, someone wrote and asked, is the Browning Eagle base station expensive? And they say, heck no, not when you consider that you're buying the best there is. So there you go. You've got the best there is right there.
All right, Dennis. Well, thanks for letting me check it in, and gonna let this one cool off and shut it down and see if I could get this Courier to fire up. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and it's putting in a good signal. So you are Radio 6 with the Browning Eagle R27 S23 from 1964 and 1965. It was about $40 less than the R68 T68, and we'll be standing by here on the Old Tube Radio Network.
Hey, Dennis?
This is the Basic Dennis.
All right, no skip right now. I've got a radio to check in besides this one. But it's going to take a little doing, a little extra time, so I'm going to wait till about 10 o'clock to do it, because other people want to check theirs in, so I'm not going to take up the time now.
Okay, yes, the skip is kind of down. We've got the sporadic thing going on. I can hear you just fine. We had Dwayne and Chrissy check in on their on their General Radio Telephone Super MC11A. Got a check in from Bruce up in Washington on the EF Johnson. So the band is looking good.
Okay. I've got the modulator on now. Okay. I heard both of them. I was in the car headed back from Modesto, and I heard both of them. I do not make any comments while driving because I want to make sure I get home. Anyway, it's about 9:36 right now, so I'm going to wait till about 10 o'clock and then I'll check in. That way, most people will have checked theirs in. But I got a special little, radio to check in. So, and it takes a little doing because it's work in progress. I will get it fully going, but I just haven't had the time and I don't have the correct part, so I can't talk on it long. Anyway, so I'll use this at around 10, and then we'll try and check it in. So I'll wait till 10. Okay, we will talk to you later.
All right, we will do that. I know a lot of people are not wanting to be in the radio room tonight, so we will take any and all check-ins, and they're pointing. They're saying the jingle singers. Whoa.
Here's the weather.
Is this a new feature? Am I supposed to do the weather? They're saying yes. Let's see. It is 87 degrees, so the temperature's gone down. Humidity at 45. Wind is coming out of almost the northwest at 3 miles per hour, with occasional gusts at 11 miles per hour. So there you go. I hope that was good enough. And then you're listening to the Old Tube Radio Network.
Now, Dennis, remember how I used to do the weather report during the summer?
How did you used to do the weather report during the summer? Over.
Well, the weather in Fresno is hot. It's real hot. Down up in Modesto, it's hot. Real hot. And I'm glad that I'm back in the house.
Indeed.
Sometimes we're funny, sometimes we suck.
And we are listening, awaiting radio number 7. I kind of like those new jingle singers. They have a little bit of an attitude, don't they? And Harvey, if you're listening, the SWLs all say hello. Levon waving a hand, and Sean is, I agree. The excitement's going to build to find out what the new radio is that is on the Tweak and Peak table this evening. Now, 76 degrees with 93% humidity. That could happen around here, but not often. I think we call that, in the western states, we call that a monsoon. Looking for radio, and they're back again. Charlie and Shed are doing a good job. They're all decked out in their little tuxedos, egging on the jingle singers, conducting them, I guess. Maybe that's it.
What's on your mind? We'd really like to hear.
Indeed, and check in a radio. You could be radio number 7. This is the Old Tube Radio Network. Go ahead, sir. Yeah, I've got you good on the Mark IV from Sanger. I think I have a null out that way with my antenna. I can usually hear Sanger, but sometimes they can't hear me. But the Browning 4 sounds good. Take a transmission over. Yeah, it was interesting how they just kind of popped in. They're always, Dwayne is always good about riding the wave, knowing right when to key down. And I know you heard them as well. They're doing a good job here in the Central Valley. I'll bring up a shot of the Browning Eagle. Let's see, the Mark IV. There it is, the stacked radio. Definitely a little different look from the Mark III, but, for Eagle owners, a lot of people, surprisingly enough, say they do like the Mark IV as their favorite radio. Yeah, I think he found a way to interface all the radios into the antenna system because he was putting in a fairly decent signal. So hopefully we'll hear the Courier and some other items. The Browning Golden Eagle Mark IV out in 1977, the 40-channel version as specified by the FCC. I don't know how many they made, and I don't know how long they made them, maybe a year or two. $895. That was a cool $900 back in the day. So the price of a good used car. It's amazing that as many of them that are still around still exist, just from that point of view. Give us another transmission. It's sounding good. If you can hear me, you are radio number 7. All right, and nice Browning audio. Even if the signal isn't that big, the Browning audio always cuts through. And then, of course, you, as the operator, have the bonus of one of the best 11-meter receivers that was put on a radio. Sounding good. Yeah, and he's quite a distance away, and it's flat around here, not up on a hill. And my antenna is low, so some comments from the SWL saying you're sounding good and doing a good job on the ground wave here. All right, and I apologize for kind of being not quite good in the air chair tonight. It's just a little different. Kind of ran in. Things are weird. I had the stream off for a while, and then the crossband was off for a while. So I don't know if I took a power hit, and they're saying the jingle singers have the answer. Okay.
We are sorry, oh so sorry, very sorry, we'll never do it again.
we never will do it again. The Old Tube Radio Network listing. You guys are funny. Yeah, meteor scatter or moon bounds or whatever it takes to get into the Old Tube Radio Network tonight. You can give it a shot. And there's 23 Skidoo. Let me get 23 Skidoo checked in tonight. Yeah, these are the temporary jingle singers. They showed up in the limousine. Our regular jingle singers off for the week. And then SWL 16 and 19, Charlie and Chet had something to do with bringing them in because they're all dressed up and out there conducting the orchestra, if you will. We are listening for radio number 8. Way down in the noise, that whistle, that 11-meter thing, that little whistle song, and I think it's regional. Anyway, you are listening to the Old Tube Radio Network from wherever you might be.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar. You can listen with your whole family.
For over 35 years, the Old Tube Radio Network. Standing by. And Eric, I agree about the jingle singers. We don't have a bubble machine, but they'll be back. They'll be back next week. You got to give them some time off now and then. Levon, that's it. The whole thing is when you're out of uniform, strange things happen. I won't be ditching the jacket even if it's 105, right? Hello, radio. Sounding good, Joe. Take a transmission here at 9:48 Pacific time.
Thank you much, Dennis. We'd like to check in our Robin T123B, also with a D104 Lollipop powered, 10 tubes, 23 channels, and a little extra conversion kit in it. Has an extra 10 channels in it.
Yeah, something to do with the synthesized, but they put in some switches for you, but you have to, I guess you have to know how to flip the switches to get to where you want to go. Or you just flip it and then wherever, what do they say, wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah, exactly. If I can start from number 1 and put one switch up and one down, and of course that number 1 is 26. And the next channel would be 27. I'm not sure about 27. And then from there on, it'd be 28, 29, 30, all the way up to about, I think 38, 39, something like that. And then if I put the switches back, I go back to the normal channels.
Yeah, what the normal channels. Whatever normal means. Sounding good. I've got a great shot of the Robin T123B up on its box. I think I told you this before. From Robin, it says, the looks and performance of tomorrow by the designers and engineers of today. Now, of course, that was back in 1972. So can you believe that's 50 years? That radio has been hanging out for 50 years, and you're bringing it back to life.
Well, doggone it, you can take part of the blame yourself there, Dennis. Doing a great job letting us keep these radios alive. Yeah, they did take a little bit of time to dress it out. It has a switch for the external speaker, a switch for the PA, but it also has a light for that external speaker, and it also has a light for the PA. And then, you know, of course, you got your regular text light and your RX light, and then your little features there, you know, the range boost, the volume, on and off tone on the squelch, fine tune, RF gain. So doggone it, they did kind of work on the face of the radio. I guess they dolled it up, and they didn't crowd it. But it's all there and working.
It's all there and working nice. Just super nice audio. It's sounds like you. It's not overdone. Perfect fidelity all the way around. And you are getting. Oh, you've been elevated to hero status. Chrissy says, thanks for checking in the green radio. Nice job. You are on hero status tonight.
Oh, great. So far, we've shot a little skip checking in this evening. I guess you mentioned something about that. And, Chrissy, I appreciate it. Really do. Coming from you, that's an honor. Okay, Dennis, well, doggone it. We'll see if we can get another one warmed up.
All right, we're standing by here. I know Harvey's got a couple. You might have a couple more. We'll see if we can fill out the page. I expected it to be a little bit slow. When it's the 100 degrees outside, a lot of people don't want to jump into the radio room. So we appreciate you doing that. And the jingle singers know best. Here they go.
Thanks for stopping by.
And I wonder if 6 meters was opened up somewhere tonight. Probably, with conditions like we're having now. And Cornbread says, what happened to the train whistles? Here somewhere. I just don't have the good effects unit to do it properly. Let me see. And this is for 34, Jimmy and Little Toot. And it's not easy to do. Here we go. It's a very, oops, can't hear me, can you? It's a very small train.
Well, I can't think of a joke to make about with the little engine that could. Was that a children's book?
I think I can. Yeah. Well, it's somebody said if you're listening, if you have the closed caption turned on, you would have noticed the woo woo. I believe we have a Radio 9 in the making. Hello.
We do from the radio lounge, and I got to tell you, man, your signal is just incredible compared to what it was a couple hours ago. It sounds extra spectacular on the radio I'm on right now, which is your Robin T123.
All right, let's see if we can get some more green in there. It's been an interesting evening. There are definitely the Robin fans listening, so... the 123, there we go. I do believe, let me put that up there, you will be also elevated to hero status with your green radio. Take a transmission.
Well, I don't know if that, well, I definitely disagree that title has not been earned, but this radio is definitely a joy to use. It's got the infamous Man's Guide tube, which of course was the main thing that kind of drew me to this particular radio. Out of everything I have in the shack here, which is a pretty small collection, I think this one has been the most reliable. I think it was kind of a decent performer until I got the amplified D104, which I'm on right now, which really does seem to make a difference. One of these days, I got to track down that old unamplified mic I used to use on this radio, maybe do a back-to-back, but this one definitely seems to be doing something because the Magic Eye tube is beyond very active right now.
Indeed. You can hear Skip coming through. Nice, always good, smooth audio on the Robin. Like you said, you don't have to shout into that one. It's getting some applause and some thumbs up. It says, here's one, nice radio, super clean audio. I agree with Foreman 362. We had some Skip in tonight with the general radio telephone, so you might be returning the favor on the Robin. Also want to say hello to Randy in Gulf Breeze, Florida, listening in. Joey is listening in, the Van Man from Kentucky. Take another transmission.
Okay. Well, I think the only thing I really haven't spoken about in quite some time is the antenna I'm using, which I don't even know. I don't know if I've seen it for sale recently. I've got my IMAX 2000 antenna, which really isn't that high off the ground, but gosh, I don't know how many years it's been since I got it. At least a decade, maybe a decade and a half. And it still, it definitely blows around in the wind, and then some, but it hasn't come down yet, knock on wood. I do have wood right here. But this antenna definitely makes a big difference compared to the, whatever it was, that 108-inch steel whip on top of the air conditioning unit I used to have it on.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad setup on the air conditioning thing, but the IMAX 2000, which is what I had. I think people heard me better when I had mine up, mainly because it was way up on a elevated device, and then the wind snapped it in half. Yes, the IMAX 2000 was a fiberglass IMAX 2000 kit. So then it was back to the good old Starduster with no loading coils and just your plain vanilla quarter wave ground plane. But with something like that, you do have to get it up in the air for local stuff. You are radio number 9. The Robin T123B is sounding good. No doubt the Magic Eye winking and blinking is looking good, and it's good to hear you. I hope that the BBQ was a success, or whatever was going on over there.
Yeah, it was a Red Baron pizza with leftovers from Edoya teppanyaki from last night. That sounds like a really gross combination, but it worked.
It worked, and it sounded good. So let's see. The jingle singers, are they ready? Are they ready to tell? Let's see.
We really hate singing jingles.
Oh, well, never mind then. But you're sounding good for Radio 9.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Everyone else sounds great this evening. Great way to spend a Saturday evening. 73.
60.
Hello, Joe. Looks like we're in double digits with your check in here. Go ahead. Over.
Well, boy, that'll please my little hustler base from World Radio Labs. The hustler base, the pretty blue one. I appreciate it, Dennis. Yeah, doggone it, I was kind of fine-tuning you in there. I think we're warming up. It's been on quite a few minutes now. But yeah, I was checking out the volume and also the crystal and tune control that it has. And doggone it, the minute I put it on that tune control, boy, you sure get clarified real nice. But this is 7 tunes. 7 tunes, 8 channels. Back to you.
7, yeah, I see the channel selector in front. Looks like there's a crystal socket to give you an extra channel, maybe an EXT. Yes, there's an EXT knob. You are sounding good. We still have this low-level skip going on. The air is definitely rarefied. You are, of course, well over the skip with your World Radio Labs Hustler. The blue radio, at least putting in a good note for the blue. We've had a lot of green tonight, but you've got to love the blue as well. Great audio. Let's see, that's not the original microphone. That's the extra microphone, right?
Yeah. This is a Turner Plus 3 desk mic. The original, I have it handy, and it's a pretty little blue mic. Came with it, and yeah, it does have a crystal. I think it's probably, I think it says 1 on it, and it's ready for action there. I guess I need to learn how to. Well, I'm not doing bad with all the controls now. I just learned another one, but the spotter, I don't know how to use it.
I think that's going to make some type of a tone or something on the channel, your channel selection. And then when you're tuning, you're running your variable tuning, it'll either bring the tone up or it'll bring your meter up when you're on the same, listening on the same frequency as your transmit crystal. But on Saturday evenings, it's pretty easy. You just dial in for the tube radio sound, and you've got it. I'll have to see. It doesn't look like we have any type of operation manuals or anything for the Hustler at the oldtuberadio.com site. But you do a doggone good job of bringing it here every week, or most every week, or when you are in front of the microphonium, and we appreciate it. So we're doing good.
Thank you much, Dennis. Yeah, we like to kind of wrap up our evening a little bit with this one. And of course, keep it going, I appreciate it, and boy, I thought I had a little the knobs on there have a little shiny fluffy. I thought it was coming loose. It's a glare of light. But anyway, appreciate it, and this will do it for tonight.
Okay, sounding good. Skip is starting to come up. Your signal is a little down from where it normally is, but it's got that cool sound that we all know on 11 meters, where you have the little heterodynes in between and Skip coming in. But the little Hustler that could is definitely breaking through.
Thank you much, Dennis. I don't know if that helped out any, but if it did, hopefully it was on the modulation end. Okay, Dennis, I appreciate it, and we'll do it again next weekend.
All right, yeah, it makes the signal a little bit more full quieting, as I think what's happening is we are getting into the gray line for the Pacific, so they're starting to come up a little bit. But other than that, it is doing a good job. We are marking it down for radio number 10, and as always, we definitely enjoy it on the Old Tube Radio Network. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Dennis?
This is the basic Dennis, over.
How well can you still hear me?
I still hear you. We're getting in another kind of skip bland peak, but I hear you fine, over.
Okay. What I'm doing right now is I just turned the other one on. I have to lower the volume on this one, switch the coax switch, and let's see, I gotta wait for the meter won't come down because I'm talking. Okay, and then I'll come back on the other one.
All right, this sounds like a lot of work.
Okay. Can you hear me, Dennis?
Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Nice audio.
Well, this is a 100% American radio. It is not one of those Canadian radios that have been checking in all night. One of those General Radio Telephone Super MC11A. Those are the Canadian version.
Canadian by way of beautiful downtown Burbank. No, this has great audio. I'm interested to hear what it might be. Over.
Well, this is the general radio telephone, 100% American Super MC11. No A. This is the 11. And it's got a bad power resistor, a 15-watt one. So I found the same value in resistance, but it's only about a 7 to 10 watt, so I can't talk long.
Oh, all right. You think it might be heating up the item of interest. Let me see if I've got a general 11, Super MC11 in the Rolodex. I do. It's not as nice as picture as we get from the one from Cliff, but I'm going to bring it up. And at least on the front cabinet, there's the obvious difference is it doesn't have the GRT logo, and of course it doesn't have the A after the 11. But I think front side it's the same. Inside there are some differences. They had to fix a problem, from what I understand.
Roger, it's a crystal change, but this one has still got the 11A crystal. Don't ask me why, but it does. I've got another 11 up on a shelf. It's got the 11A crystal setup. By the way, this is an unamped D104. And the next time I talk, I'll come back on a general Cm3 hand mic.
All right, well, that's good. It doesn't sound real. It's got good lows. It doesn't sound tinny. Whatever it is, it's got a good match for that Super MC11. Nice full audio. Then you're going to come back with the, I guess, the supplied stock mic, which is normally what we hear on those. Over, back to you.
It was working. Hello. Hang on, I got to plug it all the way in.
Yeah, okay, about 10% audio. I can tell you're there. It's keying up the radio, obviously.
Okay. I didn't have it plugged in all the way. Okay, this is the Cm3 Mic. This belongs on another radio. But I just thought I'd check, see how it sounded on this one.
It's interesting. It's got some more low frequencies. It might actually be louder, but it's not as clear. There's not as much definition in the highs, so I think the other one's actually a little bit easier to understand. This one is okay, though.
All right. Well, I'll back off. I have not checked any of the tubes. Just the way it is out of the box. And it's got some general radio telephone tubes in it. Some RCA. And of course, the ECLL 800 is that German tube. But I did change the caps in it. You wouldn't believe the problem with this. I'll explain it next week. Anyway, I'm going to get off this and check in one more radio, and that'll do it.
All right, and where you are now on the microphone, it sounds pretty good. Now I'm going to change my answer thing. I might like this one better. It got the mushiness went away. Good, and it's still big and beefy, and it certainly has the general radio telephone sound. The jingle singers, what do they think?
Thanks for stopping by.
And I agree. The general radio telephone Super MC11 with the original tubes, or some of them sounding nice.
All right.
37.
I hear some skip. So here's the modulator. This microphone came with the radio. It's a gray bass, unamped, but I thought I had to get it separate. But it originally went with this radio. And I took a chance that the head would be good. And it's better than good. It's like near excellent as far as my mic tester goes. And what you're saying. Okay, that's enough of this one before I fry a ceramic resistor.
All right, it plays well with the modulator. The does good with the audio, doesn't mess it up at all. Sounds nice and loud. It really is a good combination, sounding good. And I agree with Joey L. We are all making history here, keeping these radios alive and well. It's like an old car show, right? Driving around the block with the fins and chrome and honking the horn when we can. Radio 11, the General Radio Telephone Super MC11, and I do believe that I heard, who at the breaking station? It was Chris. Over.
Yes, it is I. That would be me. Dennis, I would like to check in my Chris 23 Plus CB transceivers with the original handheld microphone. Over.
All right, and we're getting the, just what I thought, the gray line in the Pacific now. I think I'm hearing Eagles from down under, but what I'm definitely hearing is the Chris 23 Plus, bringing a shot of that beautiful Panasonic chassis radio, and take another transmission. I'll get you in for radio number 12.
Well, I'm glad to hear that Harvey come in. I mean, yeah, Harvey came in there with MC11A, just like me and Christy over there, where they're at. But, hi, makes it sound good. The more tubes, yeah, hey, I like my general. There's good radio here, too. Over. Hello,
Yeah, making it through the skip, no problem. And I don't know if I'm making your modulation light blink, but I bet you are.
Yes, you did just a tiny bit. Bring it back. Let me see again. I was looking at a direction.
Radio testing. That's about as much audio as we can get out of this thing. Over.
Turn the volume up, and Lord behold, you are making it blink. Over.
Sounding good. All right, well, stand by as we have some skip happening. You are doing good. Radio 12, the Chris 23 Plus. One of the 11-tube Panasonic chassis will do AC or DC. 12 AX7 in the audio, and a 6 BQ5 making some RF, amongst others. Sounding good.
All right, thank you, Dennis. I'm on my other radio now, as you can tell. So, okay, we're listening.
All right, sounding good. The old Tube Radio Network. We're going to be counting and amounting here. The break OTR, go ahead, over.
Check my Golden Beagle in.
All right, we'll get the Golden Beagle for Radio 13. Who was the other break for OTR? Who's the break for OTR?
Yeah, this is 82. I don't know what this sounds like, but it's a FT101EX, and some I've been messing with, so I was just trying to check it in, and I know it's not 100% tube, nor is it a CB radio. But anyway, and also 70 Mark, he would like a check-in. He could not do the pile up there in the mobile unit. Over?
Bones, it sounds better tonight than what it did yesterday.
Yeah, sounds good on AM. You just got to be careful, I think, to keep those at a certain volt or current level, and don't have your resting carrier more than about 20 watts or so, and it will last forever with those sweep tubes, the 6JS6Cs, I think, but it's an EX, so it might be something different. But I think you've got it playing in the antenna system. I will get Mark checked in. Last week we didn't have all the skips, so it was easy to hear him. The EX. I'm not familiar with the EX. I thought I'm the E and the double E, and I don't know, but it's sounding good.
All right, Dennis, thanks. Yeah, it's just too rough and tough out there for me, so okay, you take care.
All right, yeah, I don't think I have quite the output power that EX and friends are putting out, so anyway, you're sounding good. You're stomping on all of them. Catch you later. The audio is good for AM. Those are great AM radios when you hook them up right. Did he have that on sideband the other night, Chris?
He went up, I think so. Got there, but
he was checking out the AM. First he was on sideband, then he wanted to see how it was on the AM. And it definitely sounds better tonight on AM than what it did last night. Last night he had that muffly sound, and tonight is good, crisp, and clean.
Yeah, sounding good. And thank you, 23 Skidoo. The EX was the entry-level model without the compressor. And let's see, the 101. I have a 101. That was one of my other first radios, and it didn't have the compressor, and it was missing the clarifier for the transmit. The thing you can move the transmit around with having to go to the VFO. And then there was an E and then double E, and they had also the 103, the 301. So it sounds good. It definitely didn't sound like it was overworking on the AM side, but you got to be careful on those with the sweep tubes. It's easy to want to turn them up to 50 or 60 watts, but best to keep them down to probably 10 to 20, and it will run for a long time. Oh, and it didn't have the DC power supply. Yeah, mine had the DC. In fact, I drove to Yaesu to put it in. I bought the kit. It was 2 transistors, and you brought it back. And I still remember, this was 40 years ago, the tech, when he handed me the thing saying, don't miss wired. He says, don't cross the wires, because if you do, it will blow up the transformer. And at that time, he said, the transformers do not exist. He said, you will ruin the radio. So I was very careful. I hooked it up correctly, and I could go DC mobile, which I did. The Old Tube Radio Network, we're listening, counting, and amounting.
35, you're sounding good down here, man. Just want to wave a high five and say you do your thing around Australia, man. You can check it out on the 808 breakers there, mate, to see what you sound like down here. Hello, 600.
Boy, that guy's loud.
Hippopotamus getting down.
Yeah, Hippopotamus, take a transmission on the Old Tube Radio Network.
Side and let the channel flow there, mate. Just want to say you blow and smoke around Australia. Mr. Worldwide 635. One groove, big old mouth pulling out. I'll see you.
Got Australia in there going.
He might be running a Browning.
Which one? The one in Australia?
Yeah.
Wrecking Ball, hello, 635. Hello, you boys ran a mini grass. A hippopotamus sitting back, rig 'em up.
That was him right there, wasn't it?
That was the Hippopotamus over.
All right.
Hey, Honky, I think that's what you call yourself there, Camiga. Hey, Honky. They call me the hippopotamus, the one with the great big old mouth and one in the hands. Hey, Honky, the hippopotamus.
I think it was the Hippopotamus.
It must be true, 'cause I heard it on the radio. It must be true, it must be true.
Yeah, it was. He definitely said it was the hippopotamus.
Well, you got to have it down here, too, man. All the best of you. You're definitely walking and talking around Australia. Honky, up there in California, where you're coming from, they call it the hippopotamus. Beautiful, man. Australia. And I'm sitting back here. Hey, Rick. You know out here in Honky, too, man. Wrecking Ball.
I'm thinking this might be a good time to exit.
Hello? Yes, I want to get up in my sideband.
Number 7 checking in.
Oh, perfect timing. You must have just come back from Australia.
Well, not quite that far.
Maybe it was good that you didn't go to Australia. All right, I will get to the SWL list. We will with the check-in for number 7, and as you can hear, the gray line number 2 has begun.
Ah, there you go. All right, thank you very much.
And they're hearing the hippopotamus. I know he was talking to Southern California. Richard 78 said he's hearing hippopotamus in Wildemar. So that's a pretty broad signal, a pretty broad E-skip thing going on here. And Sam, isn't that fun how that works? The stations that are 100 miles away you don't get. The stations that are thousands of miles away you get on the same frequency with the same antenna with the same radio.
Yeah, they be down under.
Now you swinging that phone, shining the phone star too there, big brother. Appreciate you swinging that deal. Put it right Wrecking Ball. Always around my side of town. Mr. Worldwide Wrecking Ball 1.
All right, let me get out of here, and maybe some stations that have big power can do this skipland thing. We had, I'm getting my paperwork here. How many SWLs tonight? It looks like 63, 12 on page 1, 16 on page 2, 11 on page 3, 24 on page 4. Total of 63. We are on week 6 of the 8-week roster. 13 radios tonight. I thought we would get 3. You know, when it is this kind of hot and muggy, people don't want to be hanging out in the radio room. But I was wrong. They definitely do, and that's an okay thing. So we checked in some radios. The most heard manufacturer tonight, I do believe, was... Oh, I didn't total it up. No, it was the Brownings with 4, and the General Radio Telephones had 2, 3. But anyway, we started with the General Radio Telephone Super MC11A. During the roll call, Dwayne and Chrissy beaconing through. I'm going to listen to the replay on that. That was just great how it came in, because it always stuns me, because they're just, you're right there, knocking on the door. E.F. Johnson Viking Messenger from 1959, the Whiteface. Bruce, one of our longtime listeners up in Washington, one of the motor mouth operators, sounding good for Radio 2. Locally, radio number 3, Chris on the General Radio Telephone Super MC11A. We also had the Browning Golden Eagle R68 T68 from Cliff, sounding pretty good. Joe was on the E.F. Johnson Messenger TWO for Radio 5. The Browning Eagle R27 S23 from Ron was on Radio 6. Thanks, Ron, for the effort tonight. It's like I said, you had everything phased into the antenna system nice. All the audio is good, no RF, and a big signal, as you know. I wish I could have done the same back out that way. Radio 7, Sean N. Sanger, breaking through the skip pretty good. Thanks for pulling me out, because you had the Mark IV receiver from Browning. You can hear even the mud ducks like me. Radio number 8, the Robin T123B, Joe, in front of the microphone there. The TRC1, or the Robin, that's a whole different radio. The Robin T123, no B, but green as well. Radio number 9, thanks, Mike, for that. Radio 10 came by a little bit blue. The World Radio Labs Hustler, thanks, Joe. Radio 11, Harvey on the General Radio Telephone Super MC11. Don't hear many of those. I think they made a lot more A's than they made 11s once they recalled them all back, or whatever they had to do to fix the problems. But the 11s work, and that sounds good. It's got audio, no problems at all with either microphone. Chris was on the Chris 23 Plus for Radio 12, and moments ago, the Browning Golden Eagle R68 T68 Radio 13 from Harvey on the west side. What do the jingle singers have for us? Oh, reminding us, and I don't know, thanks guys for bringing them by. Our regular crew will be here next week, but don't forget, the Old Tube Radio Network is the place to be.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar. You can listen with your whole family. Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Great net, Dennis. Thank you.
All right. Well, there you go. The Old Tube Radio Network.
Thanks, Dennis. Hey, Chris.
You survived the skip.
Not Cliff.
All right, now I'm going to have to feed that Charlie Alpha Tango. All right, catch you all later, everybody. I've got an early call in the morning. We will talk to you later. Thanks for playing along on the Old Tube Radio Network.